Hello my friends, this is Nostalgic with just a little vlog I wanted to make here, just because there's been some news out there, some news about our beloved Bear and Bird franchise that many of us would love to see come back. And apparently there is information out there suggesting, contrary to some other rumors from some like Nate the Hate, there isn't a Banjo-Kazooie game in development. Now, of course, the information is just from another insider, pretty much the same level as Nate the Hate himself. I don't even remember their name. I don't have the clip or the link up here or such. But I think that just goes to show, I mean, like, honestly, I have no idea. But I am just inclined to think that, more inclined to agree with the more former rumor, as much as it pains my heart that we just kept on waiting for these two to come back, and it just does not seem to be happening anytime soon here. And where does that leave us as Banjo fans? What do we do? And I'm just talking here because I feel almost a sense of just fatigue and tiredness. I mean, I got into content creation because of Banjo-Kazooie coming back to Smash, and that reignited my hope that the Bear and Bird would come back. That really did, because for that brief moment, they were back. They were back as their true selves. And I'm just wondering here, just why does no one want to do a game for them? Because I mean, it's obvious, that folks at Rare are just not interested. A lot of the original development staff has left there, but it feels so weird that no one else has wanted to step up. And I think, obviously, people like Phil Spencer, they acknowledge that there is demand for it when they say stuff like Banjo fans are hear you. In retrospect, I kind of wish almost that he didn't say that, because that just started up a whole wave of like people wanting them to come back, maybe hoping that they would come back. Then the Nate the Hate the rumors came out, and like it kind of went into, there was maybe a little bit of optimism coming, but it's just, at this point, I just don't know. And I don't even want to even think or hope about it anymore. We have made our voices heard clearly and loudly for a long time. Well, I mean, even since the release of Nuts and Bolts, with that one, of course, that wasn't exactly the type of game that a lot of Banjo fans are looking for. So if you're even taking that into consideration, like since the release of Banjo-Tooie, or even something like Grunty's Revenge, I mean, we're talking like over 2 decades, and we have no idea if they're ever going to come back. And I think honestly, a big part of it is that we have so many other franchises coming back. We have your Crash Bandicoots, we got your Spyros, we got freaking Bubsy and Gex. That we have that one caveman that's thing that's given a revival, that came out for the PlayStation. I can't remember the name of it there. And I'm just wondering, like, why the Banjo-Kazooie series just feels so unlucky. Why fans of these games got the short straw. We drew the short straw like everyone else. All the other franchises that have been gone for a while, they drew from the straw. They got the good one. Banjo-Kazooie got the short straw. That's what it feels like. And I don't know. Platonic Games, I think that they've mentioned several times that they would love to work in Banjo-Kazooie, but I think there are people at Rare and Microsoft that just don't feel like they are worthy and up to the task yet. And I think what I'm hoping for is that Platonic Games is trying to make themselves worthy of that task. And I think that's a big part of what they're trying to do with Yuko Replay, trying to make it a good and polished game as they possibly can to kind of better fulfill the original promise of that game. I think that they do got multiple projects in the works. They've said as much, and they want to be able to further expand their brand, both with their in-house games and with their published games there. And so I think as far as possibilities, I think there really, really could be that. But I don't know. I think in just general, it's hard to find people with the mindset of wanting to work on a Banjo-Kazooie game. And I think though still a good potential candidate for that is going to be Toys for Bob's. Now I don't know whether or not maybe they're already working on something like that. My money is going to be on they're working on Spyro, maybe even another Crash Bandicoot right now. I don't think they're working on Banjo quite yet, although one of the people in charge, or maybe the president or something, like did mention, that they would love for Banjo-Kazooie to come back and Spyro, so that gives some hope there. Yeah, maybe a twinge of hope that someone at least is theoretically interested in making that game. And I think, people at Rare are, it feels like Banjo-Kazooie, the things that made Banjo-Kazooie so good are also what makes it so incredibly hard to replicate in a way that would be pleasing to fans. I think that's something that they're very aware of. If they're going to bring back the franchise, it needs to please the fans. But I also I really don't like Craig Duncan. I really don't like Craig Duncan. I mean, obviously he's done good things for Rare, for their bottom line. Here, Sea of Thieves is a huge success, but he doesn't care about smaller titles. He only cares about big AAA titles that they can make a ton of money off of. And I've been recently thinking about Nintendo, where they're willing to do things like revive the Mario and Luigi franchise. Matter of fact, pretty practically revive every Mario RPG franchise that there is. Now that's just one, slice of the Nintendo world. There are other franchises who'd like to see it back, but even so, I mean, they did something for F-Zero. They brought that cool online deathmatch thingy, and but heck, Alpha Dream goes bankrupt, but Nintendo, they pulled former developers that went over to another company, and it seems that a lot of them are working on the new Mario and Luigi franchise, and the game looks like it is. It looks like it has the same spirit of the series back, and Nintendo is willing to make those smaller titles that might sell still only 3 to 5 million. They're willing to have modest successes. Rare is not interested in modest successes. I mean, that they meant, Craig Duncan said, we don't want to redo something that was kind of successful back then. Because Banjo-Kazooie, I think it sold within the 3 to 5 million. I don't remember the exact number, but it's they don't see the value. They just don't see the value in just maybe making a particular, even if it feels like just a niche to them, but making that niche the fans happy. Though, to be fair, I think a new Banjo-Kazooie could sell very well if it's done right and done correctly. Even if it is just 5 to 10 million, that would be great. The new Crash Bandicoot, the Insane Trilogy, it sold 20 million. That's fantastic. That's an amazing number. And I don't know, they don't seem interested in that. And they're interested in just, and I can understand, maybe for gameplay, not want to feel like they're just doing something stuck in the past and want to continue to innovate. They gotta try to do better, just not completely dumping their old IPs, which I'll acknowledge they're slowly making steps towards bringing back. With Perfect Dark, you had the Battletoads. We just need to still see more. That's going to be it. That's going to be it for my little rant today. Well, what did you guys think just about the recent rumors and such? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. I just felt like making this kind of video today, and in general, I kind of want to, I don't know. It's hard for me to decide what to do with content. I do have a Banjo-Tooie voice acting project that is in the works, so we have another episode of Cookie Questions coming as well, but I want to make good content for you guys, so let me know what you think just about this video in general as well. But you guys have an excellent and amazing day. Bye, everyone!